Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome on board 9/11, the Remembrance Day of 20 years ago, really that changed aviation and changed the world, where 299,077 lives were lost. As an ex-flight supervisor for First Choice Air 2000 and now it's Chewy, that day changed our lives as cabin crew, as flight crew, as flight attendants, as well as the many other emergency services around the world that were rocked. That day when that first plane hit 8:46, the North Tower, I remember post-flight coming off that flight and watching the footage, knowing that really there was a deathly silence, dare I say, in the air at the airport after the flight that I'd just come off. At 9:03, the South Tower was hit, and it was kind of unbelievable that this was actually happening, because there was a sense on that flight that there was something literally in the air, and we all felt it. And then at 9:37, the Pentagon, when that hit, it kind of really shattered us, and a lot of us just wanted to get home to loved ones. And I remember kind of rushing home and wanting all our loved ones around us. My son at the time was less than one. That's where many of my other flight supervisors and flight crew, we all got pregnant at the same time at Birmingham, basically. I think there was, if I remember right, Louise Fuzzard, Debbie Maudis, Pam Badham, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was about nearly 20 of us pregnant at the same time. So we all our babies are turning 20 and 21 this year. So 10:03, I was home and ringing the office to see where my late husband, Carl, was. Because unfortunately, in 2009, I lost him. So when you don't think people understand how significant today is, it changed flight attendants' lives, it changed cabin crew lives, and I have the utmost appreciation of flight crew every single time I fly. We're there for your safety, and we want you to enjoy that flight, and past, present and future are all equally important, but the past, we need to remember it. And at the moment it kind of feels like that recovery period after what I like to call the reset year that we've just gone through. It kind of feels like that recovery period that we had after 9/11. And it's time to make the past, it is history, and we will always remember them. We will never forget. But we are living in the present, and we need the future to be something that we look forward to making new memories, because life is precious. Waste time wisely. I want flying to continue because, one, it improves the planet that we need to explore. We live on this extraordinary planet, this beautiful planet that is giving so much to us, and we need to protect it. And without travel, we can't protect it. Yes, we need to improve recycling and conservation, but that will come. This reset year has basically kind of reset us all to actually really look at our own worth. Look at our worth. What is your life worth? Is it worth living in the past where you don't feel good? Or is it worth living in the present, looking forward to the future? After a trauma, after a tragic loss, and of course I was widowed at 37 in 2009, so I know that experience of instant, accidental, tragic loss, and I also understand very much so the workers' compensation claim that 9/11 brought about, the big lawsuit afterwards. It's all about what is a life worth. None of us can really answer that, because it's what our life has already been worth, what we've done, what we're presently doing, and what we will do in the future. So I can't really put a figure on what somebody's life is worth. But what I can say is we need to have self-worth, and we need to value ourselves. And today is about remember those who we've lost. And yes, there were 2,977 lives lost in the North Tower, in the South Tower, in the Pentagon, in Pennsylvania. And we need to remember each and every one of those lives. And we need to really focus on what we're going to do with our lives to make sure that we remember them in such a way that we honour them. They deserve to be honoured. Their life was worth living, and it was took suddenly, as was my husband's, took suddenly and unexpectedly. And we deserve to make as much of a difference as we can on this beautiful, wonderful planet that we live on. Being around the people today is what I will be doing, is being around my son, Ben, and around my beautiful daughter, Georgia, commonly known as Gigi. Everyone calls her Gigi. And today I've put on her, I wear this as proud as I am to, excuse me, as proud as I am to wear my wonderful flying wings that you get presented with when you pass those safety emergency exams, safety emergency procedure exams. And remember, they're 100% or failure. Those location diagrams that we all need to know, 100%, were the bane of our lives when it came to the recurrent training every single year. But I wear these wings with pride. And above these wings today is the beautiful guardian angel pin that my daughter Gigi gave me. And this is so precious to me. These two items are so precious to me because they mean so much. So today I want you to remember 9/11, but remember it in a good way. It is now history, unfortunate history, and we shall never forget. But now we need that recovery stage where we do get back to whatever life is going to bring us now. We don't move on. I do not like that phrase as a widow at 37. I do not like that moving on. We move forward. And it's a choice how we move forward now. We move forward and we get those birds back in the sky. We get my colleagues who are still actually flying now. Sorry, Fuzzy. There's colleagues of mine that I started with in 1996. They are still actually flying now, and they want their jobs. They want to be back in the air looking after you passengers, making sure that passenger experience is all about your safety, you feeling excited rather than nervous, you feeling excited about the destination that you're going to. And yes, without that flying as well, we can't stop. We can't go to see that new exploration that needs to still be done. Some of you may know my story, some of you may not. I lost my husband in 2009. He was filming a documentary commissioned by National Geographic on the sister ship to the Titanic, the Britannic. He died at 39 years young, and I was 37. And my children were 3 and 8. So the pain is raw. So please, I have luckily and willingly and wanted to have post-traumatic growth rather than post-traumatic stress. There's 2 ways to go after trauma, and it's really important to choose that growth, because when you choose that growth, you can choose that self-worth for you. When you choose that self-worth, you make a difference to the people around you. Because where there's grief, there had to be love in the first place. And there certainly was love. So when I remember 9/11 today, and I remember when in 1997, Carl and I actually went to the Twin Towers. It was on our eloping wedding trip where we literally we got married on a round the world trip, and we got married in Fiji, and we sent cards off to everyone, special people, and told them that we were getting married, but it's kind of what they expected of us anyway. It was our way. And these are the ticket stumps, because I do tend to keep everything. Memories are important to us. They're meant to be remembered. And these are the tickets of the observation tower of 9/11 of the Twin Towers. They're actually called the top of the world. And I've even got the pennies that you used where you put a dime into the machine, and see how I'm smiling, remembering these now. And you literally put these pennies in the machine and they come out and they squish them. I've even got those. And I've, of course, got the delightful subway, New York subway ticket as well from 1997. Yes, I'm a bit of a hoarder, but they all go in albums where I remember exactly where I've been, where I am now, and where I want to go as well. Past, present and future, all equally important. We choose to remember the past and honour those people. We are in the present, and then we look for forward to future memories that we can still make. So there's actually the picture of me in front of the Twin Towers. I'm not sure if you can see it. Remember, it's old-fashioned photography. But in 1997, you can see me, yes, with long hair. I lost my hair after I lost my husband, but you can see the Twin Towers in the background, just there, okay? And then there's me on the observation tower, looking all over beautiful, stunning New York. That is such an amazing view. And quite a tan on me, because we did literally go around the world when we got married. We were naughty, but what an amazing trip. And then there's me, that I find this quite an ironic picture, because there's Carl and I standing on the Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island, and you can see the Twin Towers behind me. And if you look really closely, as now I'm a fear-of-flying expert, I'm a rapid transformational hypnotherapist, so I choose to help people around the stress and anxiety, specialising in the fear of flying. If you look behind me, you can see the Twin Towers. Carl is standing next to, I believe, the North Tower, and there's a distance between them. He is now past. I'm standing in front of the South Tower, I believe, and I'm still present. So both of our lives are important, but I'm still standing. I find there's quite an irony in that picture to prove that each and every one of our lives matter. I want you to truly live each and every day. Enjoy every moment. There is magic in every day. Be present. Be present around your children, around your loved ones. And today I'll be spending them. Yes, I'm blessed to be introduced to somebody, not quite ready for it, but Stuart came into my life when I absolutely needed it. And Stuart, my second husband, he's my guiding light. He walks hand in hand with me, and we walk together through this life, now making new memories, looking forward to the future. And we're really excited to get back up in the air and start flying around this beautiful planet again. So for me, next week, I am 50. I know, I don't look it. So I'm 49 presently. On the 18th of September, a week today, I will be 50. I have the delightful trip of flying with TUI Airways, which was the airline that I used to work for, and I'm going off to Sorrento in Italy. So I'm going away for the weekend, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see how flights have changed, how we've learnt even more things from this experience of the reset year, just like we did after 9/11, and how we can improve things. Because after trauma, after things like this happen, we can grow. Safety can grow. How we feel can grow. And I choose to really enjoy every single moment. So next weekend, I'm sure will be incredible. It'll be fantastic, and I can't wait. And I love you so much, Stuart, for doing that for me. It's an amazing lifetime trip, because I've never been to around Pompeii, so I'm quite looking forward to that. And also being near the ocean on my 50th, because a lot of people say to me, why do you love the water so much? And I still teach swimming, because I believe it's a life skill to children. I still teach swimming, and I love the ocean. It's my happy place. It's where I can literally disappear, and it's a silent world. It's like being in that theta brainwave state, that subconscious mind, where you don't have to think about anything and you can just be. So for me to be near the ocean next Saturday, I'm beyond delighted that I'm going to be there, because I don't hate the ocean. It's my happy place. I love it. And yes, I do feel close to Carl when I'm there. And he will be in my thoughts, as will my children be. As of all of you today flying, I wish you all the best today. My flying wings are stopping with me today as well. And I will help as many of you out there who have a fear of flying, as many of you as I can, to get you back exploring this world, travelling this world, loving this world, and changing this world for the better. New inventions are coming along all the time, where we will change the way that we fly, and we'll change it for the better. So this isn't a bad thing, this reset time. We can have growth from this. And each and every one of you flyers today, go wear your wings with pride, because I know a lot of us who are ex-flyers, we're still a flyer at heart. Once a hostie, always a hostie. It's in our brains. It's literally there. So the hostie that wears many hats every single day, from a fireman's hat to a first aider's hat to a cabin service hat to a flight supervisor's hat to a counsellor's hat. I choose now, because I only had to stop flying because my husband died on the 24th of May. I was due to fly next on the 1st of June. I had to step down from flying duties. That is something that was life-changing, on top of the grief and the loss that I suffered. So it's another secondary loss that I had. And I still miss flying now. We had the best of times back then, and I will always talk about flying with a smile on my face, because it's an experience that should really be enjoyed. We are not born with fear. We are not born with anxiety. We are not born feeling anxious, feeling frightened about something. It's a learned behaviour, and it's also something incredibly easy to get over. And that's what I specialise in, fear of flying, the stress and anxiety. So I can really empower that flying confidence for you and get your self-esteem soaring, because what I do doesn't just change the fear of flying. It actually changes the anxiety that you have in everyday life as well. It's like a spider's webs, let's say. It kind of hits every area of your life. And you want to hear more of that, just look at my reviews. That's all you have to do. They speak volumes. But for today, it's about remembering 9/11, that 8:46 when the North Tower was hit, 9:03 when the South Tower was hit, 9:37 when the Pentagon was hit, and then 10:03 in Pennsylvania when those unbelievably honourable, courageous, because when you become vulnerable, you then lead into being courageous. Those courageous passengers and crew took that plane down and diverted it from the potential of, hitting Washington, hitting the White House, hitting the Capitol. We'd already been through enough that day. So today is about 9/11, New York City, September 11th, the World Trade Center, we never forget, the Twin Towers, and also, finishing note, it's actually my late brother, David. It's his birthday today. And I lost him a few years ago now, and he will be in my thoughts as well. So I'm sorry, guys, that this is an emotional video today, but it's from the heart. It's from the heart. I have a flight attendant that did a job that she loved. And I can tell you now that each and every flight attendant that is on board your flight, when you next fly, loves flying too. And though we all have days where we don't enjoy them, where we have things happen that are unexpected, we also enjoy every single day. So it takes nothing to say thank you in a day. There is, I believe, 86,420 seconds in a day. How many times a day do you say thank you? It takes a second to say thank you. So please say lots of thank yous today. Appreciate those around you. Have gratitude for the things that you have, because we are plentiful in this world. We have so much that we can remember from the past. There's so much to do today to be in the present, and there's so many memories to make in the future. So today, we'll never forget, we will always remember 9/11 is a significant day in so many ways. So remember, life is precious, waste time wisely. Legends are born out of the blue. And just like this photograph where you can see I'm behind from the Statue of Liberty, and the Twin Towers are behind Carl and I and our eloping wedding trip. The one tower is standing and I'm still standing. The other tower is not and he's not. But it doesn't mean that my life isn't worth as much as anyone else's. It is, and so is yours. So today, remember your own self-worth. Appreciate you, because you're beautiful inside and out. Remember, just like my own quote behind me, today is about inspire to achieve and achieve to inspire. And I wish to send you much love today, give you all my blessings today, and big kisses to the whole of the world, and friends and family around the world. I'm thinking about all of you. And God bless all you flight supervisors, you cabin crew, you flight deck. I love you all, and continue taking us on those journeys to make those magnificent memories. That is what life is all about.